What up, other people? Welcome back to another episode of Hood Talk by way of Superfly Entertainment. Let's get it. UFC 310 fight card is slowly approaching. Well, you can say not slowly anymore, really. December the 7th is going down this weekend. If you ain't got your tickets, go get it. Go get it. I'm telling you, this is going to be a great fight at UFC 310. You thought UFC 309 was a great one. This is an even better one. You got flyweight. Some arguably say the greatest flyweight ever in Alexandra Pantaga versus Asakura. This guy here, bro. I don't know too much about him because he come from Japan. I try to, hit up a little footage on him, but over there in Japan, they don't got UFC MMA over there. They strictly come up under this what they call they fighting? I forgot what the name of. I'm sorry, you all. But where they had Pride, and Pride was slowly grabbing attraction. It really was, because a lot of guys who over there in the UFC, they fought in Pride. Pride 1. Pride 1 was a massive movement. It really was. But trying to go up against the UFC, that's like a bear fighting against a cat. It's just no match. You know what I'm saying? And so the UFC wound up buying them, as well as Bellator. Bellator is another promotion that was doing real good. And they had a lot of good fighters over there. But, sort of like them boys over there in Dagestan, Russia, it's a necessity, and it's not a family thing. It's a cultural thing that the young boys as young as 5 years old get into wrestling over there in Dagestan, Russia. That's why some say that all them boys in the UFC from Dagestan, or even not in Dagestan, from Russia, period. Anybody from Russia is known to have a different type of wrestling skills than any other person in the whole US. You see what I'm saying? And go Google the footage, man. I ain't gonna lie. They got footage on the internet. I'll be honest. They got footage on the internet with Khabib Nurmagomedov. They got footage on the internet with Khabib Nurmagomedov, literally at the age of about 9 years old. Man, a man wrestling with a live belt. Literally. I'm talking about a kid. Google this. Go Google and get in that comment section after I upload this video. Well, when I upload it. Get in that comment section. When y'all see this video and listen to what I'm saying, go do your research. Go Google Khabib Nurmagomedov. If you haven't already saw it, the guy is wrestling a bear at the age of like 9, 10 years old. He really is. You know what I'm saying? So they wrestling on a whole nother level, dog. I ain't lying. Like I said, it's an immortal thing for them to wrestle. They striking now they striking now. When you come down to striking, that's America hands down. That's why in the UFC, the average American, because the UFC, they categorize you as they categorize you as a fighter in what you studied and what you practice the most. You know what I'm saying? Like Khabib Nurmagomedov and all them boys from Russia, they categorize them as wrestlers. nigga like a person like Michael Venom Page, Kevin Highland, who else? That boy who gave John Jones a run for his money, Alexandra Gusta. They categorize them as strikers. You know what I'm saying? Because in America, our number one going thing is boxing, and it's been like that for years. You know, now jiu-jitsu is slowly making a way because as a man, you know, you want every trick in your book to defend yourself, and you know, just in case, you have to protect yourself and your family. You know, so to know some of those submissions and some of those techniques that them boys doing over there in the UFC, man, that's some great ammunition to have in your arsenal. You know, in case you have to go up against someone who's messing with you now. However, it's illegal for anybody to use in the street. You know, that's why those boys got to get registered. And they can't even use that in the street, because if they use it in the street, they're going to get arrested, and they're going to get charged with a weapon. Their hands, elbows, and all that are weapons. That's why they have to get that registered. But like I said, this card is good. That boy Kai, he's a fairly small guy, but flyweight is a small division. You know what I'm saying? That's what, 120 or something, maybe 120, 118, something like that. You know, that's a very small division. So those guys, they be in the range of what, 5'5", you know, 5'6". I'm talking about little bitty dudes, dog. Little bitty dudes. So whatever, you to see one of them in person, here you standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. You know, you'll probably be like, man, little boy, man, I'll put my knee on you. But don't think that. Don't think that. See, boy, you know, they got these, and I'll be honest, Japan, they are great at it. What Japan, they like to do is, they like to compare, and I find it rather interesting. I really do. Because, you know, it is good for attraction, right? Like I'll give you an example. They got a guy, I want to believe he's passed on right now. Come on, Mike, what his name? I'm so sorry, y'all. But I'm talking on the fly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not reading from no script, so bear with me. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not trying to build journalism. I'm just vibing with my Superfly Entertainment fans. So you can judge me if you want, or say I'm doing a pull. That's on you. But I'm letting you know I'm not reading from the script. Everything I say comes directly from my brains. Now, I do study some things on the topic that I'm going to speak about. I do study it and make sure I got it 80% right before I bring it to the world. Because I don't want to mislead you and give you no misconstrued information. So I do that. But for the most part, when I'm in it and talking about the topic, I'm speaking from my experience and my knowledge and the understandings and the rules that I know of the sport. You understand what I'm saying? So don't judge me. Muhammad Ali in I want to say his name is. He was a big guy. He was a big attraction in Japan in the 70s. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get his name for you. I promise. I'm gonna get it. Well, anyway, Muhammad Ali was a striker, boxer, right? Man, he wasn't no UFC fighter, elbows, putting you in submissions and things of that nature. There, he just was a striker, and he was a damn good one. But the dude who Japan wanted Muhammad Ali to fight in an exhibition, he was a kickboxer, which the average Japan is. By law, not by law, I apologize. By culture, they advise all they fellow natives to get into this profession at a young age. So that's why majority of the people over there in Japan, at a young age, they start learning kickboxing. Arms striking, legs kicking. Arms striking, legs kicking. And they damn good at it. They really is. Them dudes over there be kicking trees and shit with their legs, man. That's why their calves be so damn big over there. You might see a little a Jap about 5'8", but his calves look like Manny Pacquiao calves. Big as my thighs. You know what I'm saying? So, but that comes from hard work and dedication. It really does, because that's all they do. Yeah. Kick them building up the muscles in their legs, But moving on, man. Asakura, his record is 21-4, right? So you might look at his record and be like, man, dude got 4 losses, man. That don't mean nothing. Don't look at that, because Alexandra Pantaga, his record is a fairly good one. That he's standing at a whopping 28-5. So he got 1 loss greater than his opponent. So that's one thing I learned about the UFC. Do not judge guys by the record. Despite that, his winning record is 28. You know how hard it is to get to 28 wins, bruh? Bruh, you know how hard it is to win one fight in the UFC? Man, this man got 28. 28 wins and 5 losses. That's a fairly good record. But he got to go up against this young boy. So, man, and get what? They're the main event. So, like I say, man, if you ain't got the fight, go order the fight. It's going down this weekend, December the 7th. That's the main event. It's gonna be a blast. The boys fighting over there at the T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada. It's going down. Now, moving on to co-main event. You got Ian Garrett. Man, this dude here, bro. Ian Garrett, this dude here like 6'5". Now this the welterweight division. This dude Ian Garrett like 6'3". 6'3", 107 or something, you know what I'm saying? Irish boy. This boy here, see, some saying he the next thing. Me personally, I studied him, I watched his fights, and he had one fight, I'll be honest, one fight, on his resume that's his impressive one. If y'all want to see him, go Google Ian Garrett versus Michael Venom Page, MVP. Boy, that's a good fight. When I say that's a good fight, that's a good fight. And get what? Remember Bellator that I was telling y'all about? MVP come from over there at Bellator. He come from over there. So, you know, like I said, their money just wasn't long as the UFC. And that would not to switch the subject, but that would normally happen in business. It really does. You know, when you got an entity of a kind, and he may have struck. What I'm gonna use this for example. In the 70s, wrestling was the thing, right? You had mid-south, you had down south, I'm talking about throughout the whole U.S. You had little wrestling promotions. Probably about 40. In each different state now, WWE, EWC, WCW, WWF, FWC. Man, you had literally about 40 of these wrestling promotions. And they all was gaining traction. They were selling out I'm not gonna say stadiums, but they were selling out little clubs. You know, where they can pack like 3,000 people in there. Go build a little room, little cage. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they ain't had no internet back then, but they still had TV. So they were selling out little bars and little gyms and things of that nature there. So, one in particular, everybody came to know is Vince McMahon, who took this thing up and beyond. And now, the UFC, if I'm not, don't quote me. The UFC, they partner with the WWF. If not, got a percentage in it. But anyway, what they was doing was everybody was trying to see not see what was gonna be the next big thing. They were trying to break through in wrestling and go global, make it mainstream. But one in particular, like I mentioned, which was Vince McMahon and his company, he was a step above everybody. So once the late 80s came and that boy got all the big dogs selling out, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and, you know, Ric Flair and all these boys was dying down a little bit, Junkyard Dog, you know, shit. They went to gaining traction. By the 90s came, there was a worldwide global entity, you know, and what they do? Look, we're gonna do this like the mob. Either you lead the town, or we taking over. At that time, Vince McMahon was making the boy was doing numbers. You know, and if $1 million is worth, let's say now modern days, today, if $1 million is worth $1 million today, this thing in the 70s, what $1 million was worth. $1 million probably was worth $2 million back then. You know? And that's how it was going down. They bought up everything. So if I buy up everything, guess what? You ain't got no choice. You better take the little $500,000 and go invest in something else. I see you when I see you. And that's how they do, you know, to get you out the business. And they get all the attention. Everybody's focusing on them now. Brilliant strategy. Brilliant move. Can't knock him for that. What they doing is still legal, you know, so you gotta respect him for that, man. Salute to Vince McMahon. Moving on. Shavkat Rakhmonov, man, home, boy, hold up. Boy, look. Dog. I want y'all to go Google Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkaw. That's his first name. His last name is Rock. Rakhmonov. Shavkat Rakhmonov. The boy is 18-0. When I say he a problem, he a problem. But get what? And a nigga like 6, excuse my language, he like 6'1". They ain't all that tall, you know what I'm saying? He right above me. I'm not tall, but I'm, 6 feet or something like that? 5'11 and a half or something, so he like an inch taller than me. That's fairly good height, you know what I'm saying? But for a welterweight, that's still good. Because that boy he going up against, his opposition, is 6'3". Ian Garrett on low. And he got a 1-2. He got a 1-2, vicious. Go Google Ian Garrett. When I tell you his 1-2 is vicious, his 1-2 is vicious. Quick, bing, bing. So, and you know them boys over there in Japan. I mean, I keep saying Japan. Shavkat Rakhmonov. I got to see where he's from. I got to see. But yeah, that gonna be a good fight. It really is. I'm ready for it. I ain't lying. I'm ready for it. Ian Garrett versus Shavkat Rakhmonov, co-main event. Like T.O. used to say back in the day, get your popcorn ready. It's going down. Shavkat Rakhmonov is his resume, right? Okay, you judge fighters of who they fight. You don't judge fighters off their record. Judge them off who they fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov got 2 wins on his record that these 2 guys he beat, I promise you, they got some middleweights that can't beat these dudes. I promise you that. They got middleweights that can't beat these dudes. Shavkat Rakhmonov, he fought Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, right? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is a dog. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is a dog. And guess what? He got that karate stance. He be jumping like that. Got that karate stance. Just like Michael Venom Page. They both got that same stance. Where they stand sideways. Dog, you know how hard it is to fight somebody like that? Literally, dog. They got that sideways karate style stance with that Holyfield bounce. And then they got their hands in it. They don't got no traditional UFC stance of fighting where, you know, y'all get ready to fight, y'all dap each other off, and y'all got y'all traditional stance. Southpaw to orthodox. No, these boys here, I'm talking about, they jumping. It's hard because a thing about a fight is a professional fight. I ain't talking about no street fight. a professional fight, it is you on offense and defense all in one. That's dangerous. That's dangerous and it's hard. So your mind telling you strike, right? This how the mind works. When you're a fighter, your mind telling you to strike, but on the other hand, your mind telling you to defense. So, you know, Floyd Mayweather, I'll be honest, I'm not going to say he's no innovator, but he mastered that little style of putting offense and defense together at the same time. Because some fighters, they choose, right, either to, I'm going to go offense, a Mike Tyson. You know, he gunning you down. He all in your grill here trying to fill you out from the bell ring. He all in your ish. The young Mike Tyson. I ain't talking about this Mike Tyson who just gained 20 million for fighting a nigga, which salute to Tyson. That was a brilliant move. I'm talking about the 19, 20-year-old Mike Tyson. When bell ring, ding, ding, he ain't trying to fill you out for no round. He coming straight at you, and he throwing everything with bad intentions. That's called an offensive fighter. Now you got a defensive fighter, like see how, and again, y'all got to forgive me. See how I talk about the topic, but I goes off and talk about something that's related to the topic. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not reading from no script, so forgive me when I can't remember right off the back someone or incident or a name or something. It's because I'm authentic with this. You know, everything coming from the dome with me. And I think I do a fairly good job at it. I'm human, but the fighter, the defensive fighter, big boy. That boy got up all the way up to heavyweight too. I forgot. Well, anyway, moving on. He was a defensive fighter, you know. So when when the bell rang, he got to see. He want to see what you got first. You striking, he, you know, this coming up inside. This right here coming up. If you want to throw a right round hook, or if you want to throw a jab. See this L shape right here? This L shape defense. You can mix that with, it's originally called the Philly shell. But Floyd Mayweather took it and trying to say it's his defense. Well, it's not his defense. It's originated from Philadelphia. Those boys in Philly in the late 60s invented that style. Well, that style is a good one because you could protect so much with it. You could block the jab, you could block your liver, your ribs, and you can also shoulder roll. You know what I'm saying? You can shoulder roll, and you can block a right hook. So you can do so much with that. You know what I'm saying? But then you got that George Frazier cannot defense. Whereas though, you know, they bobbing and weaving, but, you know, they got that right here. You know what I'm saying? That if you use it right, you know, you I saw them, me personally, I'll be honest. I did like it. Well, I ain't like it, but I liked it the way, I liked it the way Joe Frazier used it, I meant to say. I was about to say George Foreman. George Foreman used it too. Not in his early years. He used it when he came back in his 40s. When he fought Holyfield and Michael Moore. He used it then. Foreman used it then. Well, Ken Norton and Frazier, they was using it in their prime. Bouncing with it. You know. It protects if you use it right, an uppercut. Because they teaches you, when you and your opponent is in a clinch or y'all close to each other, that's the perfect time to shoot an uppercut. The uppercut is a dangerous weapon. But that move right there, that defense, it protects you from an uppercut. That's why you always saw Joe Frazier down like that. All 3 fights with Ali, look at him. Ali ain't threw too many uppercuts. He was trying, but he ain't threw too many uppercuts. Ali couldn't even hit that boy. Ali was fast as well. He's hit nothing but the wind. Joe Frazier. Man, I ain't lie, they had three good fights, bro. I ain't lie, they really did. Moving on though. But so you got, all right. That boy got rid of Neil Gary. Shavkat Rakhmonov. He got rid of Neil Gary and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. The boy 18-0. Check him out, man. Check him out. Moving on. That fight now that everybody want to see, I think should have been a main event. Cause dude ranked number 2 in heavyweight division. And get what? If he win this fight, hey, y'all talking about Jones got to defend the title against Tom Aspinall. I'm telling you, if that boy Ciryl Gane, and you know he coming back with a vengeance. After losing to Jones by not a dwarf choke, a rear naked choke in the first round, that was embarrassment. So you know he coming back with a vengeance on his mind. But he going up against a predator. Man, Ciryl Gane like 6'4", 240 something pounds. The boy moved like a welter, like a man. Say, dog. Ciryl Gane moved like a effing that boy who they say is a great. They say some arguably say he the greatest bantamweight of all time. Demetrius Johnson. Right? Dude was nice. I saw that boy lift a nigga up while he up in the air. That boy lift a nigga up while he up in the air, spun him around and grabbed his arm and put him in an arm bar. Almost popped his arm. I'm like, oh. Say, that's one of the coldest styles, not styles. How can I say it? That was one of the coldest, not fight. Come on, Mike, what I'm looking for? What word I'm looking for? That was one of the coldest positions, not even positions. The way he did it, bro, they was wrestling and Demetrius Johnson grabbed that boy by his back. And while he grabbed him by his back, he threw him in the air. But while he threw him in the air, he let him go while the boy in the air and grabbed his arm and put that boy in the arm bar. Lord, see. Bro, that was nice. That was nice, the way that boy did that. That was nice. That was a ESPN highlight right there. But anyway, that boy Ciryl Gane like 6'4", 240 some pounds, but he moved like Demetrius Johnson, 115 pounds, standing at approximately 5'1". And this dude's 6'4". But that boy who he fighting, Ciryl Gane, I'm sorry. Hey, bro. I'm rooting for you. I'm going to watch that fight. The good Lord said the same. But, bro, I hope you don't let this boy do you what John Jones did you. Bruh. Y'all thought Francis and Gane, let me approach that man's name with dignity. Former UFC heavyweight Francis Ngannou, who moved to the PFL and when fought Date heavyweight, who's standing at an astounding 6'8", 250 pounds. Francis Ngannou bust him up. And new heavyweight over there at the PFL, Francis Ngannou. Y'all thought that boy was big. Boy, this boy Ciryl Gane fighting is just as big. And this dude, Alexandra Volkov. Y'all see Deontay Wilder? The boxer? Deontay Wilder, the black dude who reigned at the top at heavyweight, held the WBC and pro boxing over there for what? About 5 years? Which he fought a lot of journeymen. No knock on you, Devontae Wilder, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Homie, you trash. I ain't gonna lie, I don't see how you held that WBC belt all them years. Homie is trash. But you see how big that boy is? 6'7", 230-something pounds? That's how this boy is who Ciryl Gane fighting. And he got a quick 1-2. Alexander Volkov, 6'7", 250 pounds. Solid. The boy is solid. I sip through that. Ciryl Gane, you got a problem on your hand, boy. You got a problem on your hand. But that's my guy, though, Ciryl Gane. Volkov, I'll be honest. I don't like him. But he's experienced, though. He well-rounded experienced. The boy got like 38 wins, 38 wins. But the nigga got like 10 losses. Man, the dude, bruh, 10 losses. Come on, man, it's time for you to retire. It's time for you to go, bro. 10 losses. Not 6, not 7, not 5, 10. 10 for the 10 what? Losses. Wrap it up after this fight. Ciryl Gane, put him up. Put him up. But like I say, Ciryl Gane 12-2. So his only 2 losses was one against Francis. Second one against John Jones. Tom Aspinall is the #1 ranked contender and turned champion. Everybody already know he been calling out John Jones for the past 6-7 months. He been calling out John Jones. John Jones scared of him. I'm gonna be honest, he's scared. Now I get the logic in what you're saying and the reason why you don't want to fight him, but F that. You were 22 years old, 21 years old, and they gave you a shot against a veteran, Larissa Shogun, Daniel Cormier. You was what, 24, 25? Daniel Cormier was like 36, 37 years old. Now you at that age, but you don't want to fight this young boy who an inch taller than you, 20 pounds heavier than you. But moving on, UFC gonna kick you out, take that belt from you, boy. Like I was saying, If Ciryl Gane win this fight, he might be facing Tom Aspinall for the #1 ranked contender spot. He just might be, you know, because he ranked number two. But yeah, like I said, man, it's going down December the 7th. If you ain't got your tickets, go get them. Because you can't come by me and watch the fight. It's just not going to happen. Can't come by me. If you could, I would let you. But you can't come by me. You can't. It's going to be a good fight. All my people go watch the fight, man. Get ready for it. And, yeah, with that being said, I got to pay some bills. Y'all know my module. Like I said, hit that like button. Hit that share button. Don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up button. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody that's not subscribed to the channel, tell them to subscribe to Superfly Entertainment, because we upload and update and talk about anything in the hood and also anything not in the hood. Don't be afraid. Hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload videos. Superfly Entertainment. I'm out.